Hello everyone, this is Jacqueline Sinfield, and today I am here at the CHADD conference with Ari Tuckman. Now, Ari Tuckman has written many books, but my favourite one is the
Integrative Treatment for Adult ADHD.
It's wonderful, and you can find out more about Ari on his website, www.adhdbook.com. So, in the CHADD conference, Ari talked all about having friends and how to have friends when you have ADHD. So we're going to apply some of those concepts to how you are when you have your own business and you're an entrepreneur with ADHD. So, Ari, we're going to pick your brain.
Okay.
So, you talked in the lecture today about how our self-esteem and what goes on in here, we can project those things.
Sure.
And that would be really useful in terms of our audience. So
absolutely.
About that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think that, first of all, I think a lot of adults with ADHD become entrepreneurs because if you start your own business, you can do it the way you want to. You don't have to start at the bottom. You don't have to follow other people's rules or do it their way. You can do it your own way, which I think is great. So it's a kind of direct path to success rather than taking the long way around. So, but I think that it's a matter of how you feel about yourself gets projected out to others. And there's that old saying, dogs can smell fear. And whether they can or can't, that applies to people. That if you're down on yourself, if you're uncertain, if you're, self-conscious, people pick up on that. And they will feed that back to you. So I think that addressing your ADHD and understanding yourself and knowing what you're good at and being okay about the stuff that you're not as good at, and hopefully finding someone else who can do that stuff for you. So feeling strong about yourself and feeling good on your feet, that projects out, and that will affect how your employees treat you, how your customers treat you, how everyone treats you. So, addressing your ADHD is not just about take a pill and whatever, or, say, oh, I have ADHD, whatever, but really doing something active about it so that you feel strong on your feet and effective in your world.
That's awesome. And so if someone doesn't call you back, so a potential client doesn't call you back, tell us how, rather than think, okay, they don't like me, they don't want to work with me, which are possible options, but some of the things too, what are the other things and how could they deal with those?
Right. Yeah, I think that, we have this unfortunate tendency to believe everything our brains tell us. That, that if someone doesn't call you back, it could be that they don't like you. It could be they don't want to deal with you. That could be true, but it's not always true. It's not automatically true. Sometimes they didn't call you back just because you fell off their radar screen, and if you call them, they'll be very happy to hear from you. So in those situations where you're getting those negative thoughts of they don't like me, well, how do you know? How do you actually, did they say, I do not like you, please do not call me? If they didn't actually say it, you don't know for a fact that that's true. Now, you can't chase every lead and every possibility, but it may be a matter of saying, let me call them up. Let me call them back. Until I know that they don't like me, I'm not going to make that assumption. Because I think we get ourselves into trouble with assumptions, or at least we limit ourselves with assumptions.
So basically what you're saying is by treating your ADD in all areas, possibly medication, therapy, counseling, coaching, all the other stuff, then that in turn makes you a better person, and then you can do better in your business.
Well, you're more effective on the outside in terms of what you do, but you're also stronger on the inside in terms of how you feel about yourself. And, if you're running a business, that takes a lot of different skills. It takes a lot of hats. You don't have to be good at all of them. You don't even have to like all of them. You just got to manage enough of them, and then to hire the people to do the stuff that you hate doing or are really bad at. But again, you don't have to be good at all of it. You just got to be smart enough to find someone else who is good at it.
Fabulous. So last question, what's the best top tip you've got for an entrepreneur with ADHD?
I would say, oh man, it's a tough one, but I think get on top of your ADHD, because I think that is a part that will trip you up more than anything else, in the sense of and when I say get on top, I mean really understand it, not just oh, I get distracted, yep, ADHD, okay, next. But to really understand, how does it play out for you? How does it trip you up? How does it show up in your day-to-day life, at work as well as at home? And then to put in the time. There's no magic, there's no easy solutions, there's no kind of magic wands, but to roll up your sleeves and get dirty, because if you don't, it's going to trip you up. It's tripping you whether you know it's there, it's tripping you whether you address it, it's tripping you whether you pretend everything is okay. So if you address it, it doesn't limit you. And if you don't address it, it will limit you. I mean, that's just the reality. We all have weaknesses, we all have things we wish we were better at, but the more you address those, the more you can do with the things that you're good at.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.